From the shadows of the 20th century, where it once languished in poverty and colonial humiliation, China has risen with astonishing speed to challenge the global supremacy of the United States. Today, the world watches with bated breath as the dragon eyes the eagle, determined to compete, and perhaps even replace America as the dominant superpower. But can China truly rival the unmatched political, military, technological, and cultural influence of the United States? Or is its rise destined to stall beneath the crushing weight of internal contradictions and external resistance? To understand this titanic rivalry, we must look at how China is systematically building its pillars of power. It's expanding across every domain: military, economy, technology, diplomacy, and ideology. Under Xi Jinping, China has declared a new era, where it no longer hides its strength or bides its time. It boldly proclaims its aim to be the world's leading power by 2049, the 100th anniversary of the People's Republic. Economically, China is a colossus, the world's second-largest economy with a GDP exceeding $17 trillion. It's home to tech giants like Huawei, Alibaba, and Tencent, a manufacturing powerhouse that produces everything from microchips to electric vehicles. The Belt and Road Initiative has spread Chinese influence to over 150 countries across Asia, Africa, Europe, and Latin America. The Chinese yuan is slowly gaining ground against the US dollar, and China's digital currency could one day challenge American financial dominance. Militarily, China has poured billions into modernization. It boasts the world's largest navy by ship count. It has fifth-generation stealth fighters like the J-20 and expanding nuclear capabilities. Its hypersonic missiles are designed specifically to counter U.S. aircraft carriers. China's strategy: keep American forces out of Asia and expand its sphere of influence. Military bases in Djibouti, Pakistan, Cambodia, and more reflect Beijing's global ambitions. Technologically, China leads the world in AI patents and quantum computing breakthroughs. Its facial recognition systems and surveillance tools are unmatched. It dominates global 5G infrastructure and now aims for semiconductor independence. Chinese companies like BYD are challenging Tesla in the global EV market. In space, China has landed probes on the Moon and Mars. It built its own space station and plans a manned lunar mission. Diplomatically, China has shed its quiet posture for wolf warrior diplomacy. It challenges Western narratives at the UN and global forums. China even brokered peace between Iran and Saudi Arabia, something the US never managed. It's building alliances through BRICS, the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, and the AIIB. It wants to lead the global South against Western domination. Culturally, China pushes soft power through Confucius institutes and media. Apps like TikTok carry Chinese influence into the world's youth culture. Chinese cinema, arts, and sports are gaining global visibility. China wants the world to see it not as a threat, but as a historic civilization reclaiming its rightful place. At home, the Communist Party maintains iron control. It blends Marxism with hyper-modern surveillance. It bans Western tech platforms and censors the internet. It crushes dissent in Xinjiang and Hong Kong with brutal efficiency. This centralization gives Beijing coherence, but also fragility. A single major crisis could shake the entire regime. China believes America is in decline, divided, overstretched, and economically unstable. It sees rising inequality, political chaos, and moral fatigue in the West. In contrast, China promotes its model as efficient, stable, and technocratic. Many developing countries are buying in, but China faces serious problems of its own. A shrinking, aging population poses a major demographic threat. Debt levels are soaring, especially in real estate. China remains heavily dependent on imported food and fuel, and global backlash is growing against its authoritarianism and bullying. Taiwan remains the most dangerous flashpoint. Any attempt to invade the island could trigger all-out war. Allies like the US, Japan, and Australia would be pulled in. The South China Sea is another pressure point. China built military islands and made illegal territorial claims. Western navies continue to challenge those claims, raising tension. China's human rights abuses have tarnished its image globally. Winning hearts and minds is harder in democratic countries. America, despite its flaws, still holds critical global advantages. Its military alliances span the globe. It controls the financial system, and its currency remains dominant. U.S. tech still leads in foundational sectors like chips and software. American universities attract the brightest global minds, and the U.S. system, chaotic as it may be, can self-correct and reinvent. This is not just a battle of power, but of ideology. China offers a vision of control, order, and centralized leadership. America represents freedom, messiness, and innovation through openness. The world is watching. Which vision will win? So far, China has made breathtaking progress, but it's not yet a match. It still lags in soft power, global trust, and creative influence. The true danger isn't China surpassing the US. It's the world splitting into two incompatible systems, two internets, two economies, two competing realities. And every nation may be forced to pick a side. Are we headed toward a new Cold War? Many argue we're already in one. China and America are locked in a contest that shapes the 21st century. Trade, tech, ideology, and influence, every front is active. The outcome won't just determine global power. It will shape how the world governs itself. It will determine how freedom, control, and identity evolve. And it may decide whether the next 100 years are cooperative or catastrophic. China's ambitions are real and they are massive. But so are the challenges it faces. America is flawed, but adaptable. China is strong, but brittle. Each has strengths the other lacks. Their rivalry is both a threat and an opportunity. If managed well, it could create a more balanced world. If mismanaged, it could lead to the greatest conflict of our time. We are living through history. The choices we make today echo into the future. Whether through war, peace, competition, or coexistence. The U.S.-China struggle will define humanity's next chapter. Can China compete with America? Absolutely. It already is. Will it win? The answer lies not in destiny, but in decision. The race is on.